Hey everyone, good morning. Good morning. Yes, Miss Lola, don't bite my hand off. I need that. Hi everyone, good morning. It's Rita from Miss Rita to the Rescue here for today's Cricut Chat. Get a great week planned that I'll tell you about after we get started with the program. But I want to say hello to everybody. Hi. Let me just check here. You've already made 3 of these cards. That's awesome. Yeah, today we're going to make a variation of this pop-up card that is in Design Space. We're going to change some of the look on the inside and on the outside. I'm going to show you how to do that. And then I'm going to show you how to put it together. Sadly, I can't get my printer to work, but happily, that printer, which I've had for like 6 years, remember, is sort of on its way out. So I just purchased another one and it's supposed to come today. So I won't be able to show you how to print this print then cut, but I will be able to show you where to get it from and all of that and how to put together the card. So hopefully that will be enough for the whole show. Good morning to everyone. We're going to jump right in. I do know that there are problems with the Rafflecopter giveaway, but that's okay because I have contacted Rafflecopter trying to work it out. So yes, right now the only giveaway going on is for the sunflower yellow cutie, which I have sitting right here, keeping me company in its box because I don't want anything to happen to it. And I hope that we can get that other one resolved. And we had the most giveaway entries on this one. This was like our most popular one. And then we were checking on it on Saturday night and it disappeared. So I'm sure it's somewhere, but I just can't get at it. So hopefully the folks at Rafflecopter can help me out. So good morning to everybody. We're going to start the program and I will talk about that a little bit more and then some other things. Excuse me, as we go forward. Okay. So this card is a pop-up card that was added to Design Space maybe like 2 weeks ago. And of course I can't leave well enough alone. So I had to modify it. So let's start off with a new screen and we can go into projects. Projects are right here and scroll and look for this card. It is in here, but there's a lot of iron on. There it is, the sunflower pop-up card, which seems everybody really loves. And why not? It's really beautiful. And the lovely thing about this card is that the directions are easy to read. So if you ever get lost, you can just come back here and look at the directions. So let's go to, you could just hit make it and just cut it out. But of course I have to, fiddle with it a little bit. So I want to show you what I did. The first thing that I did was I changed the black, which was supposed to be for the center of the sunflower, to brown because black is not the right color. I mean, a deep brown, yes, but not black. So the first thing that I want to do, I'm going to ungroup this. I am going to make it a little smaller so you can see the whole design. So it does come with an envelope that we will just hide. All right. But we are just going to work on the card. The envelope is appropriately sized, which is fine. Okay. So am I going to have a problem today? Cricut Design Space. Okay. I seem to be having a problem selecting that thing to move it over. All right, so I'm going to group this and I'm just going to go up here and change the color to a dark brown and since it only did the first one, I'm going to go here and I'm just going to go to color sync, you see, and I'm going to move all of these over to the brown color. Okay. And that always does that with color sync. Like it changes where the location. All right. So that I'm happy with. Now let's talk about this card. So the way that this card is designed, very similar to the butterfly resting on the flower card, which, so if you're interested in doing that butterfly card, this is very similar. It has a tiny bit of a difference in the middle, but it's not anything to be too concerned about. But so the way that it's designed is it has this little pocket that is supposed to have this go in there. Only I don't like the way this is designed. And I started thinking, I want to have, why does this piece not want to move? Okay, I want to have these pieces be blue, like the Ukrainian flag. And as I told my son, blue is the Ukrainian flag is blue because it's blue and yellow, because blue is the sky and yellow is the wheat fields, which the entire country is just filled with wheat. It's called the breadbasket of Europe for that reason, and that's what their flag stands for. So I want to change these inner pieces to be for the same as the blue from there. So I'm going to actually take away this whole score thing with this pocket. And I'll tell you why. I think it's designed kind of crappy. I don't understand why it's scored there if it's supposed to be just to make room for it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So I'm just going to get rid of that one. I'm going to duplicate this one. And I am going to turn them blue. So I'm going to choose a really bright cherry blue that is the color of the flag. So now I have these two pieces. Now, if I wanted to add a note, I could certainly do it here. And it has this lovely sunflower decoration. So I would just probably make it a little bit bigger. It's not quite a size that I like. So if I change it to 4.75 by 6.75, it will look good. And we can put it on the back of the card. And then these other pieces, we don't need to mess with. They're just 3 rings of flowers. And then this green piece that has a score and everything. And then the last piece that we're going to make a change to is the actual cover, which I hope, yes, now it's working. So the way that this is set up is it's, first of all, it's got a double score down here, which we like because it helps with closing the card. But it just simply has this this design. This, and it's a pretty design, but I was starting to think, well, maybe I have a friend who's Ukrainian, and I thought, just to show solidarity, I thought, well, maybe what I'll do is I will go and buy his, he has a shop on Etsy. So I'm just going to go there so you can see. And his name is V Padoba. And he decided, because he can't really ship anything out, that he would make some some different things that that you could buy just to show solidarity. It's actually a woman. I'm saying he, but it was actually his, I think it was his, I think it's the same person that I bought stuff from at Christmas time, and now maybe it's his wife. So you can purchase this image, and you see it has like $4 is the cheapest, which is what I did. And I told her that I would send people over here to buy this. If you want to, you don't have a lot of money, or you have a lot of money, whatever, and you want to send something to Ukrainians, this woman is in Ukraine. So by purchasing this, you don't have to use it for this card, but you know, you could. So that's what I did. I purchased this for $4. Once I purchased it, it was in my purchases. Let's go there. And you see it includes a PDF and a PNG. So then I could download the file right here. And you notice that it's in two separate places. There's a PDF. Now remember, PDFs are not usable in Design Space, but PNGs are. So I'm going to show you how that works. So we've downloaded those, okay? And while we're at it, before we get going, what I want to do is I want to cover up or get rid of this cutout on the front. But what I need to do first is I need to detach this from here. And let's just move it out of the way. Once I do that, I can then contour, and I will hide all contours. Now I have my regular card back. I'm going to put my my double score line right there, and then I'm going to choose this and hit Align Center, and then I can attach that back. Now I'm going to go to Uploads, and I'm going to upload images. So let's go hit Browse. I'm going to the downloads file that I have, and let's see if we can't find it. So here it is. This is a PDF. We don't want that PDF. We want the PNG. Now, PNG is not an SVG. It's an image that is got a transparent background. So we're going to hit open, but we need to go through this process. I always choose moderately complex. I don't know what the difference is, to be honest. So here it is. And to be honest, it's perfect the way it is. If you do remove background, you are going to end up with an image of the girl with no sleeves. It's just these floating hands. So don't do that. And then hit apply and continue and choose print and cut and upload. So once you do that, just click it to add it to the canvas. Now, if you do not want what they've written here, and clearly English is not their first language, and so you might not want to do that. Maybe you want to add a pray for Ukraine or something like that. First, let's resize it just so that it's kind of on the screen properly. So if, for instance, you do not want this whole part, you can get rid of that by simply getting a shape. And why is my shapes not showing up? Come on, shapes. I don't have much patience this morning. Why? I don't know. I think because I'm irritated about that Rafflecopter thing. But we had a really nice evening on Saturday night. It started off kind of crappy, but just only started off crappy because some jerk was doing porn on there. It was just anyway. So here is my box that I got from Shapes, that I'm just going to maybe cut out this part here. And so I select these two and I do slice. And this is a 5x7 inch card, so we can just go ahead and remove that and change this to 5 inches. Make sure it's unlocked. 5x7. And then there you go. If that makes it too distorted for you, you can do another thing. You can upload this differently. If you go to upload images, browse, you can choose this again and do this moderately complex business. And what you can do is you can choose erase and erase this part here. And that, but honestly, I really kind of like it because it's, you know, it, whatever. So if it bothers you enough, you can certainly take it out, but it didn't really kind of bother me so much. So I just uploaded it like this and I added it to my card. All right. And I just resized it, made it 5x7. Okay. And again, I am so apologetic, but I hope to be able to redo my print and cut, because I'm getting a brand new Echo Tank from HP and I'm pretty excited about that. So it's supposed to be coming today. I don't know. Anyway, and I wanted to thank my friend Susan Sharp. Thank you, Susan. You know why. And so here we go. There it is, ready to cut out. Thank you, Loretta. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna cut this all out. I don't feel the need to cut this whole thing out for you. However, I will tell you a couple of things. So let's go ahead and hit make it. And I'm going to be doing it on a mat. Okay. So here are the print and cut elements, and it's going to fit. You're going to use a 8.5 by 11 inch. I use medium weight paper. Unfortunately, because my printer is not working well, it cut off the top of my image, and it did it multiple times. And I don't like wasting, so that's that. And then you'll see that there are some pieces here. You can actually move all 3 of these pieces onto one page. I did that. And you just have to kind of move some things around. And so you have to move these pieces around a little bit, and they will all fit on this one page if you make some moves here. You have to kind of finagle a little bit, but it does work if you want to just save it. I don't have a lot of yellow cardstock, so that's why I do it that way. Okay, and it's not correct here, but just so that you know. Also, I decided to change the card itself to white, but I forgot to do that in Design Space on the canvas. So just know that it's white, or if it bothers you terribly, you can cancel and change the color. So just click on this green layer and choose white or something, whatever you want. All right. So we're going to hit make it, and we're going to do it on the mat again. So sometimes I go back and forth just to see how it's going to look, like multiple times. I cancel out a lot. So we'll hit continue. And my other point that I want to make about the print and cut is, if you decide to do the print and cut and you have like a not so great printer, I would definitely recommend that you use the system dialog and turn off the bleed. And when you hit print, it will look as it's working, but actually what you have to do is minimize your design space. And here is your actual system dialog. It appears beneath design space. So what I would do is I would hit best, and then I can print it. And I just printed it, even though it's not going to work. And so then we can go about just cutting everything. Everything cuts out. It's just a basic cut. For the pan of the flower, I used actually a copper marker, which, where is it? Right here, because I thought it looked better than a thin. So I used this medium tip copper. And then for the leaves, I used this. It's I actually probably wouldn't use this again. I thought it was too thin, but that's what I used. And now I'm going to show you how this goes together, even though my printer decided it wanted to print again. So let's move this out of the way. And I guess while we're here, it's still printed crappy. But I guess while we're here, I will take a moment to talk about this week and about the giveaways and all of that stuff. So tomorrow we're going to be doing a paper wreath that I put together. I couldn't find a paper wreath anywhere that I liked, so I decided to put one together myself with Design Space images. And so all of these images are from Design Space. I'm going to show you how to find the images and sort of put this together so you can see like what I was thinking and how my aesthetics work here. And all of these images are from Design Space. However, you have to be an Access customer in order to use them for free. I haven't decided if I want to put an eye on my chocolate bunny. And put the it's an Echo Tank, not cartridge. That's great, Gail. Um, so this is, it's kind of small because I decided to turn it from an egg, and I will show you how I made it. It's not super thin though, because I used craft board in the back and I welded the bunny on there. So I think it's real cute for an interior door, and I like this idea. And I think I'm going to start making my own paper wreaths from now on. The other thing that we're going to do this week is keychains. So this is an example of what I did. I talked to my friend Molly, who is sadly still, she actually went back at Mass General, simply just because of some a high fever, but it wasn't really that high. So she's in there for the last couple of days, and we talked by FaceTime last night, and I told her that I made her a keychain. She was real excited about it, and I want to show you the ins and outs of that. We can do it as a monogram. So you see I cut out a bunch of monograms, but I also cut out a bunch of those positive messages. So here's another one, Slay the Day. There's a whole bunch. So we're going to be doing that. I think that's on Wednesday. And I'm also going to show you how to put the UV resin on the back if you wanted to add a little bit of bling. And that bling is simply some, I just think they're kind of like opal holographic hearts. You see how they kind of shimmer? So that is Wednesday. I'm trying to remember the rest. Oh, and Friday we're going to be doing the freebie from my scrap chick, and I want to encourage you to go get it before the end of the month, because otherwise you will not be able to download it. It is some candy bar wrapper that are in the shape of Easter bunny with, he's holding an egg. It's really cute. So there's that. The As far as the giveaways go, we do have our monthly giveaway, and actually this okay, you guys, we do have the monthly giveaway and also the sunflower yellow cutie, which I'll show you if you've never seen it. It's really adorable, probably one of my favorite colors next to the wisteria. So he's a pristine cutie that can go to someone. You just have to put your name in. You can do it multiple times. All you have to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel. As far as our goal, I'm trying to hit 20,000 by the end of March, when we pull the names for the March giveaway. Now, right now, as I mentioned at the top, the March giveaway is not working, but I'm waiting for it to get fixed from Rafflecopter. So don't get nervous if you can't get to it. Okay. And so this one is still going on, and then the March one hopefully will be restored. And we're giving away, just so that you know, in addition to the yellow um the yellow cutie, I'm giving away a Cricut Bright 360. And also, what else are we giving away? Giving away a couple of really massive bundles that you're going to like very, very much. So when that gets restored, make sure you get your name in if you didn't already, or if you already did and you want to add your name, then you can do it when it's live again. All right, so let's have a look at this. So this is the bottom piece. So here's our card, and you would put your print and cut here, like I did, like that. And then here's the card. So these are the two pieces that are going to go here. And what I decided to do here was to not necessarily center it, kind of try to close up this side here, but then I started thinking about how it folds, and I think it's probably better to leave it so that you get that extra room around the edge. So I'm going to use a little tiny bit of double-sided tape. And we are going to adhere this. So you don't have to use double-sided tape. I just like it as it does stick really well. And yet I just ran out. So where's another? Okay, here we go. Let's see. So got a lot of ideas come for showing up. Why do I keep running out of this tape? What's going on? Where's more tape? Well, you know, I don't have more tape. What is going on, Rita? Ay, ay, ay. You take a little break for one day and you end up with problems. This is not tape. The tape is not working, and you end up with problems. And what do you know? All right, we're going to have to use glue. Where's my glue? Here's my glue. Okay. Why don't I take off this tape first? So yeah, we had a really great time at the Zoom call. We did put it on YouTube, but we got some unwanted people that were like trying to kill our vibe or something. I don't know what they were trying to do. But who needs them? And we had some lovely, my nice admin Loretta. She kind of kicked them out as they were going along, and I think we talked for 4 hours. Holy cow! I didn't know it was 4 hours. I thought it was 3, and so I actually slept late yesterday and worked on different things. Why am I having a hard time with this today? See, every day you have to Cricut every single day so that you don't get out of practice. So your tools know that you're serious. Yes, they know. Okay. And let's put this here. And take this off. I can't even find my weeding tool. How you like that? Come on. Yikes, right? All right. Yeah, we got to see a lot of people. There was Dawn, there was Sandra, Kathy from Idaho, Gail was there, Emmy, who we hadn't seen in a while. And who else? Aladra was on. Who else was on? Loretta was on, but she was like doing other stuff. Michelle Rodriguez, who we found out is from Lynn, which is the town next to my hometown. Not really my hometown, but the town that I live in. And Just so many people. I'm trying to remember. Barbara was there and Babs. And there were two Dawns there, Dawn with an E and the other Dawn. Shirley was there. Oh, you had 3 night classes? Yeah, I get it. Renee, you were there. Yep. Babs was there, and we saw our little friend, Gracie Junebug, whom I just adore. And yeah. Okay. So there is the card. We don't have to do much with the card. Just move it over here. So let's talk about these petals. You can hardly see them, but there are score marks for these tabs. You need to fold right there on the score. If it helps, you can take your, wherever it is, oh, look at I found. This is my very old bone folder, so I can use that. And then you will see that it differs on each one of these flowers rings, but there are some scores on the petals. So go and look for those. And if you have the maker, you could use the scoring wheel on this, or I think I actually used my scoring stylus, as we've talked about many times. Okay. And then you'll see that each one of these has a tab right here to connect them. So that's what you're going to do. Don't worry about these other tabs until we get there. Okay. So we're going to connect all 3 of these, connect each of them together. Each of them, but together on their own. I'm not making sense. Connect each one to each other. And we'll do that 3 times. Yes. All right. And they are like, one's really big, and then there's a medium size, and then there's a small. So they're going to go in order of their size. So this one, it's every 2 petals, it looks like. And this is actually the largest one. And we're going to just take and put a little drop of glue right here. Oops. Right here. Don't worry about those tabs. That's what's going to do the work of the folded card. So 1, 2, and 3. This one goes here, here, and here. Fold these tabs down and then glue them. And make sure you're doing them like a saucer and not like this, because that is because they're going to fold like that. Okay. So you have to make them more like a saucer. This is very, very, as I mentioned, very, very similar to the butterfly on the flower, which I have to make again because I haven't made it in a while. And I love that card. And this time of year, it's just real nice. Okay, so you see how they're different sizes? So you can just kind of nestle them together and wait for them to dry. The green part just gets folded right here. Make sure you give it a really good crease so that it opens and closes. It's not exactly halfway, but I would probably crease it the other way too, just so that we can have a lot of movement there. Okay. Now for the center. The center is like a honeycomb. So the first piece is this piece, again with the tabs right here. This is just going to go around the honeycomb, and it actually folds on all of the little. Doesn't it look better in brown? I think so. I don't know what they were thinking. Maybe sunflowers in Utah are black centers, but honestly, no, that's not why, Cindy. But we did the sunflower yellow cutie because it was everybody loves it. First of all, I had an extra one, and it was sort of as an homage to our friends fighting in Ukraine. but I don't know when the giveaway is. It's coming up. It's this week, I think. All right. So these two pieces, which were a bit of a mystery, are actually part of the center. It's just going to fill in the color of the green. So you just have to put those three pieces aside. Then we're going to start working on these. First, we will take these two long pieces, and you see they have scores. And you have to look really well for these scores, but they score here in the middle and here. Okay. Make sure that you're scoring them where they need to score. Okay. You have to do that with both. They're exactly the same. And here we go. Now I'm going to bring you up before we get to this, and I want to show you the directions in case you're doing this and you kind of got stuck and you're like, how do I put this together again? So when you go to, you can actually, when you're on your canvas, click on the name up here and you can actually see all the directions. Isn't that great? So see, they're doing basically the same thing that we did, and there is where the middle two pieces go. Okay. And then the next thing we're doing is we scored all those long center pieces, and we're going to put them together and then create the honeycomb. Okay. So just in case you get a little bit lost, don't forget that there are indeed helpers there. Okay. So we're going to first, believe it or not, these tabs are going to be out. There's going to be two on this side. And then see how I'm crossing this over like this? And then this tab's going to go this way. And then when you open it up, it creates like a square. Just like that. Then here are the pieces for the inside. Now, they are slightly different, so you have to look at them all. You see, these are the two biggest pieces. See, but they have different cut lines. That's because what we're going to do is take this one that has the three cuts on the top and put it, they look like bread loaves, but, and then we're going to just put it in through here like this, create a cross. And then we're going to turn our little piece, and I hope I'm going to get this in camera correctly, but we're going to put that slit on the end in the middle of that longer piece and do the same thing on this side and then on this side. Now, things, you don't want it to be like really too difficult, but you also don't want them to fall out. So don't force it. You might like get that piece falling out, and you don't want that. So here we go. Did it go on there right? Yeah. So you still can, and you can do this if you want. You still can fold it. This is the point of the middle. You need to fold it. Then you've got these four left, and I think they're all the same size, but they're slightly different. Yeah, this one's the same size as so they're 2 and 2. Okay. And we're going to take and put them where those slices are. And let me just get up close so you can see that. You see, we're going to put 2 on either side this way, and then the other 2 come back and fit in the other way. So you should be using all of the slits. Okay. You have to be using all of the openings, but it does take a little bit of finesse. And if you are new to this, that's okay. Give yourself some, patience. We're so impatient with each other and ourselves. So this is new for most people. See here? See how it's starting to look like a honeycomb there? And then these two pieces go on last. I know that because they have no slits on the top. So I was thinking about something that Kathy said on Saturday night about technology. And when I was talking to my friend um, Molly in the hospital, and it is true. It's like we almost like so used to this technology of being able to talk on the phone. But I remember when I was a kid, and remember when we were kids, and the Jetsons, or like, and she would, Mrs. Jetson, I forget her first name, but Mrs. Jetson would be like, she'd have to put on her face to do the video call. Like she'd actually have a mask that she would hold up, because she was so used to presenting herself in such a way. And I was thinking about that last night when I was talking to from bed. I was talking to my friend Molly from bed. By the way, if you ever have the opportunity to stay at Mass General Hospital in Boston, you will be treated. I know it's kind of like a sad thing, but you'll be treated to some gorgeous views of Boston, depending on where you are. I think she's in the oncology ward, and she was looking out over the harbor, and it was beautiful. My dad was there. He looked out over Cambridge and the river. Just a beautiful hospital, and old, so very old. Okay, so now that I've put those pieces in correctly, and I want to make sure that I can fold it. I mean, obviously, it's a really good hospital as well, but you just cannot get over the views. Just crazy awesome. All right, so I think I have to move these. Yeah, I do. All right. So now let's put it together. So easy, right? Look, see how I'm putting this, and it's going to open and close, open and close. Okay. So to put it together, you're going to take the green piece first, and we're going to make sure we get these rings in order. The biggest one we're going to start with, and we're going to do that. We're going to slip that tab into the outside one. Okay, you can turn it over, get yourself a little bit of glue. Oh, there's Peralita. Hi. Hi, Penny. Penny was there. She didn't talk, though. Oh, wow, Barb. What year was that? There was a Blanco? I don't know that. You're a little older than me, but not much. Okay, so then we take the middle piece, and we're going to do the same thing, but in the second slit, the second opening, like that. Flip it over. I like to do the flip over thing because I really want to make sure these tabs are in very good. Or attached very well. You forget until you're there how beautiful Boston Harbor is. And you also, just make sure that I can fold this. How many little islands are out there? Oh, I love those islands. So pretty. Okay, so here's the third one. Again, slip it in here and here. See, it's getting bulky, but that's okay. That's why we have that double score line. yesterday it took up all my rugs. Not all of them, but majority of them. And I'm going to clean them because gross. They were just gross. It was amazing to see my hardwood floors and everything. All right, so there's the fourth one. This is that circle around. But we're actually going to use that fourth space for the inside piece after we lay down the brown covering for the bottom, like for before over the honeycomb. There we go. Starting to come together. Isn't it pretty? Oh, I'm sorry, Paralita. You've been having oh. Of course we will. So sorry. Okay, so there are these like I don't know what this is called. Is it a trapezoid? And we're going to place that in here. That's just going to cover up. Make sure you don't cover up that slit, okay? But it's just going to like cover up the green bottom. That's more like aesthetics there. Yeah, maybe I put that on wrong. Thankfully, I'm using liquid glue. Okay. Still, can I fold it? Yes. All right. And then here is my piece or my honeycomb part. And I am going to sort of fold it because I want to get it. Hope that I can get it. I want to get it into that last. So there are two things through that last slit. Okay. So this one goes here. And this is awkward. I know. But it's only awkward for a second, so be patient with yourself. And of course, I put that piece on too close to that, but you won't do that. You won't do that. You will make your own. You will do it the correct way. There it is. Okay, and let's grab this. It's awkward. I know. It doesn't mean I don't know what I'm doing. It's just awkward. Okay, so push it through and let's turn it over and pull them a little bit. And now we're going to glue these in place. Now we have to make sure that all of our mechanisms are working and that the glue adheres correctly. Come on, glue. And here we go. Okay. Just want to give it a second so there's the back end, and look at, there is our flower. Is that not the most gorgeous thing? It's so pretty. So pretty. And all we need to do is make sure we adhere it to the flower, to the card base correctly. So we want to kind of be real careful about this because otherwise you won't be able to fold it correctly. But it's basically going to fold like this. It won't fold super flat, but the envelope will accommodate for that. So then we're going to turn it upside down. We're going to put a little bit of glue on the green. Make sure you get those leaves. Such a cute card. And this is the second tricky part, is that when you put this down, you have to kind of like train the base or train the centerpiece around the base. And so I like doing it this way, sort of close the card in on itself like this. because if you glue it the other way, it could cause problems with the fold open. So you see how it kind of like lifts a little bit there. That's kind of okay. And then just make sure those green pieces are touching the base, but still you can close it. I hope that makes sense. And that is it, my friend. Might take a little bit for that glue to dry, and see how it's kind of like lifting. That's what I mean. So you might want to just kind of give it a second and do the open and close thing multiple times. It is thick. You probably will need extra postage on this one, but wow, right? Just wow. So to write on this card, Annette, I decided, how are you, Annette? I decided to, instead of having that little pocket that they did, was I took that pocket out, and there's a little bit of a card that is supposed to go in the pocket. And let me take you up here just so that you know. See this little pocket right there? Instead of doing the pocket, I decided I would just adhere to the back, that card, so you can write on it. And again, I was unable to create this because of my, but isn't that a gorgeous? So it's just kind of like a solidarity type of thing, but really just pretty. And this is very similar. This card is very similar to the other one, which I want to show you. So actually save this as. So if you want to save this, I'm not going to give you the file for this because it includes some of that. It includes that print and cut. But, and also make sure if you want to save it, you do a save as, okay? And let us go over here to projects, and we will see also that there are two others very much like this. I know I mentioned the butterfly, but there's these other two that are new. This Easter basket pop-up card, which we will do next week. And then there's this adorable poppy one, which would be great to make in May for Memorial Day, which is, you know, a poppy celebration. But also, if you didn't see them before, I just want to show you them now. There's so many projects. Gosh, you know, I got to tell you, I'm not a huge fan of Reddit, but I go to Reddit on occasion, and I've been going there. Oh, look at these. Well, I never even saw these felt flowers. What the heck? Oh, I want to make those cacti. Oh, so nice. Anyway, and I was on Reddit, and somebody was asking just a print and cut question, and this woman went off on Cricut, and I'm like, what's wrong with you? I mean, she was talking about how terrible the software is and how they're not creative, and they brick this and brick, everything was brick. And I'm like, seriously, this woman just had anger issues or something. I don't know. Anyway, oh, okay, here it is. So this is very much like this butterfly one, where these ones here, remember these, the unicorn, the birthday dragon, the snowflake. Well, actually the snowflake, yeah, okay, present, pineapple, and the balloon, those are different. These, remember these two? They're so cute. But there's the butterfly pop-up, and it's very similar to these other two, which we will be doing soon as well. Okay, everyone. I hope that you've enjoyed today. I apologize for my technical problems on not Facebook, Rafflecopter. I'm used to complaining about Facebook. And I hope that you try this, because it is so much easier than it looks, and it's really a stunning card. And you could certainly change it up, I think, with coloring, but it's perfect as a sunflower. So if you wanted to go like pink or whatever, you could probably do it as a dahlia. But I'm going to just keep making it sunflower and also supporting my friends in Ukraine. There it is, sunflower pop-up card. Definitely try this out. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming today. And we will see you again tomorrow. Yeah, they do. They complain about design space. And I'll be honest with you. Hi Annette, how are you? It's good to have you too, Annette, and Penny as well, and Bran. But yeah, it's like they don't get that this is a work in progress, and you have to sort of, maybe it's not perfect. Who among us are? So that's the way I look at it. All right, have a great day, everyone. Get some crafting in. It's really good for your soul. And yes, I will show you how that printer, I got a Epson Echo Tank. I think it might be the same one as my sublimation printer, but I'm not going to set it up as a sublimation printer. I need to set it up as a printer, and I'm going to do that. And if I have any words of wisdom on that, I will let you know. And then we will see you again tomorrow for our original Easter wreath. Okay. Take care, everyone. We'll see you later.